Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 12th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com. We have Google Volatility, of course, but this time twice this week. Google's indexing bug. Again, we had another indexing bug. Google Ads broad match may be the default for some search campaigns. And we have some YouTube SEO tips, so definitely stay tuned. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, SimilarWeb. Thanks to SimilarWeb, they're all-in-one strategic SEO software. Get clarity of the SEO landscape through competitive analysis, keyword research, rank tracking, SERP insights, and much more. With industry-leading traffic and keyword data based on real user journeys, SimilarWeb gives SEO professionals the whole picture so you could strategize smartly and drive sustainable business growth with this tool. So definitely check them out at similarweb.com. Okay, so first up, over the weekend, again, we had another pretty significant Google ranking change, update, testing. I don't know what's going on. It was over the July 4th weekend, so July 7th, 8th and so. People think Google's testing stuff. So a lot of chatter over the weekend, a lot of people complaining about ranking changes and also traffic losses. Of course, it was the July 4th weekend, so people were away, but this is in other countries. This is around keyword ranking changes and so forth. So definitely take a look at that. You're definitely not alone if you saw some major ranking changes then. And then some people reported on July 9th or so where the tools showed a spike. The chatter was very, very low compared to the spike in the tools. Some people think it was reversal. So those who were not looking over the July 4th weekend maybe saw a reversal or something. I'm not sure. It seems like Google's testing significant stuff. Maybe a core update's on its way soon, who knows? But there was definitely weekend volatility and then in the middle of the week around July 9th or so. Talking about changes, Google actually confirmed an indexing bug. I spotted an indexing bug happening. It was the night of July 8th, so right before the July 9th volatility, so maybe it was related, I'm not sure. That being said, there was another indexing bug. It lasted about an hour or so, a little bit over an hour, where Google was not indexing new content again. We had the same thing happen a few weeks earlier on June 20th, but on July 8th at night, for about an hour or so, Google was not indexing new content across major publications and small publications as well. Google fixed the issue, confirmed the issue, and it was all resolved going forward, so that's a good thing. Google also had an issue with Google Search Console, specifically around notifications about new owners. A lot of people are saying they're getting many notifications around a new owner that may have been added years ago. I didn't see this myself, but there were a lot of complaints in the Google search forums. Also, Mike Blazer tweeted about it as well. So there's definitely a lot of people noticed this. It seems to be resolved. I'm not seeing many complaints right now about this, but it definitely was a bug. Google will now let you add your shipping and return information. This is a new feature directly in Google Search Console. So in Google Search Console, you go to settings. You can then go ahead and manually add your shipping and return information directly in Google Search Console. You can also do this in Merchant Center. You can also do this with product feeds. There's a whole classification of where Google will set precedence. So if you're doing all 3 or 4 methods of setting your shipping and return information, there's a document which I posted on Search Engine Roundtable this morning that tells you what precedence Google will take if it's conflicting information across multiple things. So definitely take a look at that. And if you haven't set your shipping and return information, now it's because it was a little bit hard because of structured data or merchant feeds, you can now do that directly in Google Search Console. So that should make your life a little bit easier. John Mueller posted his, I think, quarterly search news YouTube video, which is always fun to listen to. And he said one statement which surprised me. He talked specifically about how Google collected the feedback around the March 2024 core update. And he said, we collected the feedback from site owners, you all perhaps, he said, which we've been reviewing with the search quality and ranking teams. Thank you to everyone who submitted the feedback. He said, it's been really helpful in valuations and discussions. And I'm surprised he actually even brought it up. I guess, it's just it's a sore topic for a lot of people since the September 2023 helpful content update that were hit. A lot of those places are now out of business or fired 90-something% of their staff. And they probably will never be able to recover from that. I mean, maybe the website will recover from it, but their businesses have suffered way too long. So it's been, 9 months or so. So it's been rough, and Google has been collecting the feedback, and hopefully there'll be changes, but it might be a little bit too far along right now. I'm not sure. We'll see. Google has updated its URL best practices document to specifically say if you're using fragments in the URLs, like hashtags and pound signs in the URLs, to change your content, you probably shouldn't. It says don't do that. Generally, the hashtag pound sign fragment in the URL is to anchor you down to a specific location on the page. You could use it for, Ajax-y stuff and so forth, but you need to use the right proper commands. And Google has updated that documentation to say don't use it if you can. So keep that in mind as well. Google also updated one of its image documentation to specifically specify that it has a new IPTC digital source type, specifically regarding if an image was made up using AI. Google added composite with trained algorithmic media. And basically, you're supposed to use that tag. This way, Google could understand it and say this was made up by using AI or some other method. So definitely, if you want to use that, you can definitely use that and put it into your best practices going forward. Google said if you are ranking for unrelated keywords, it's okay. Things happen like that. It's nothing specifically you did wrong. But if you want to try to make a difference, John Mueller said that you could maybe sometimes go ahead and try to clarify the content on the page, and that might help. He said it doesn't negatively impact the rest of your site if that's happening, if you see yourself ranking for keywords that are unrelated to your site. He said sometimes it just happens, but if you want to try to make your content clearer, that might help. This is interesting. Google's testing a label in the search results to tell you what site that country either serves or is from. We spotted this from Marquette Small as well as Top Click Media. And here's a screenshot of it showing South Africa. And supposedly this website is very popular in South Africa. It serves the South African market. And then Brody Clark, a couple days later, posted some more examples of South African labels as well. So very interesting to see this. I'm not able to replicate this myself. I did ask Google, but I'm waiting to hear back about what this means and how it's set and so forth. Google hopefully will respond sometime in the upcoming days, hopefully. Google search seems to be testing auto-playing video thumbnails in the search results. I think I was able to replicate this. I'm not sure. The problem with this is that if you do mouse over the thumbnail of the video, it will automatically play. I did try to replicate. I think I was able to replicate this. It might be a bug with the browser. It might be a feature Google's testing. I don't know. But Google has been caught testing auto-playing videos, not with sound, just with like the thumbnail autoplay thing in the search results over the years. So this is another time that Google's caught with that. Google's also testing showing thinner video snippets with very thin video thumbnails and very thin descriptions and so forth. This is spotted by Morty Oberstein, so nice find there. Google may be testing or auto-enabling broad match as default match type for search campaigns. This is spotted by Thomas Excel, who posted about this, where he said broad match enabled by default when creating new search campaigns. Now, the ad liaison, Jenny Marvin, responded last night saying, to clarify, this campaign setting is only enabled when you select smart bidding strategy, conversion or conversion value based. So maybe there was a confusion over there, but Jenny is basically saying, no, it's not the default for all search campaigns. Google has also confirmed that it does show ads below featured snippets. Of course, Google's been showing ads mixed in the organic search results, and we've seen featured snippets above and then ads below. But Google's Ginny Marvin, the ad liaison, confirmed and said that this is part of the dynamic ad placement, called dynamic ad placement, part of that evolution, she said, which is pretty interesting. I posted a bunch of examples of this happening from Lydia and other people as well. So definitely take a look at that. Again, this is something that's not new. We covered this, I think, back in October when Google was mixing it. It still makes me sick that Google's doing this. I'm sorry. I'm not into this at all. I don't like Google's mixing ads directly into the organic search results. No matter if you call it dynamic ad placement or not, it's just not what I would call googly from the old days. A lot of things are not googly from the old days, but this really bugs me. So gotta say that. Google Ads also is testing showing double road carousels for shopping ads. This is super interesting. It seems more like a bug to me, but I think it's pretty cool. This was spotted by SatAK. Here's this video, a screenshot of that, or image. Basically, you see 2 rows of shopping ads, which is pretty cool and interesting. Google also is testing showing a ad format called People Also Browse. So I guess this is looking at people's browser history and then showing them ads that are related to that. Again, we saw examples of this in other variations where people also buy from, people also shop, but this is now called People Also Browsed or something like that. So pretty interesting there as well. Google may be testing adding a new ad format in Google Maps called Ad Stop. Now, we've seen this in ways where ads show up and it says, do you want to add a stop to stop at this gas station or whatever? this is spotted by Anthony Higman. He said he was just driving, didn't touch anything, and automatically this ad popped up saying, do you want to add a stop for Royal Farms? Now, Google responded saying this is not how it works. It's called promoted pins, and they're in navigation, and that's not new, and it only shows up if you actually click on it. Now, is it possible that something like triggered his phone to actually pop that up? Maybe. But he tested again, according to Anthony Higman. He said it came up again without him doing anything. I'm not sure. It could be, I suspect something's off. Maybe there was a little bug over there. But again, Google said this is not automatic and this shouldn't happen by itself. So keep in mind these ads should not be popping up as you're driving saying, instead of going here, add a stop to go to this location and so forth. Soon we'll have self-driving cars made by Google that actually want to take you down the road and take you to, you're saying, I want to go to this destination, and we'll like stop at a gas station and you have to buy something before we continue on. That would be like ad-sponsored cars would be funny. Maybe not funny. Bing is testing labeling images with nutritional data information. Here's a screenshot of that. This is spotted by Carousel. Nice find there. Google Business Profiles has a new help document talking about consumer alerts. This is something that Yelp had about a decade ago. And the consumer alert basically says that, this document basically says that they can notify people around your reviews by putting a banner on your Google Business Profile saying there's an issue with it, reviews posting restrictions, like stop people from posting, or even remove reviews. That's part of the Google Business Profile's consumer alerts notification. Google's business profile, you should go ahead and check it because Thumbtack may be adding booking links to your Google Business Profile using their service without you even asking for it. It's not even an opt-in, it's an opt-out. And according to this, there is an opt-out form that goes to a Google form that will opt you out of it, but Google may be going ahead, Thumbtack may be going ahead and changing your Google Business Profile Book Now button to their own service, which again, tons of small businesses wouldn't even know to look, nor would they know to actually even opt out of it. This is bad. I don't recommend this, and this is spotted by Colin Nielsen from local search forums, so definitely nice to find there. Finally, the YouTube ad liaison went ahead and posted a number of SEO related YouTube tips that you should probably go through if you are on YouTube to try to do better on YouTube like I am. Hopefully this will help me make better videos and rank better in YouTube. I'm not sure. There's a number of things over there that I found interesting, including that YouTube's traffic sources affect the same traffic sources and don't affect other traffic sources, which is pretty interesting. In any event, definitely take a look at that. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz Video Recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Again, thanks to SimilarWeb for sponsoring. Everyone have a healthy, safe weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Goodbye.